I'm super excited about this platform, right? Like we've really made a lot of changes, and some of you guys have been part of the I wouldn't consider it like the inner circle because we have a name for it, but you've been inside of the Unlimited Wisdom platform now for I think a few weeks now, and we've really iterated on it and made it better. And we felt like now is the time to actually start launching it and growing it and building it. No better time than a brand new month. It feels fresh. It feels exciting. And so what I'm going to do for you guys is show you Unlimited Wisdom. I'm going to talk a little bit about it before we go into the back office version of it, right? So this is Unlimited Wisdom. You can find it at unlimitedwisdom.com. I'm sure Craig is going to post the link in chat for that, or he probably already did. But this is our community, right? And we initially were on school, but there was a large amount of things as AI has grown that I just felt like I wanted to build the entire platform out somewhere else. So we really had a lot of different possibilities of how we could grow it, right? And also, like, I'm a stylistic person. Like it's very hard for me to log into a platform that's all white and text, right? It hurts me inside. So as much as some people like the basic pages, I like animation. I like it to look nice. So yeah, that's the one thing that AI can't do, right? Like you having the taste to go, I think there should be this there. I think there should be that there. Really helps because like I truthfully feel like this feels very welcoming, and it's only going to get better from there. So what is Unlimited Wisdom? Wisdom should not feel like a passing moment. It should become a way of life. So we built an entire community around the messages that my father shares on a day-to-day basis. What these are called are daily wisdoms, and there's multiple other calls that we do, and I'll show you the schedule and the things for that as we start getting into the back office part of this. But the goal is to go through almost like this daily check-in to a certain extent. So you show up and you watch and you receive wisdom, right? You reflect, and this is built into the system. You reflect on how it impacted you or what you got from it, right? And then you work on applying it to your life, and then you give forward by encouraging other people in the community to do the same. So there's this loop that starts to happen where here is the excitement of something new. Here is the ability to grow. Here's the ability to show off what you've accomplished and what you've done. And then here's the ability to share it with other people and help them grow as well. And so the whole community is built around that, right? So every single day there's a new daily wisdom, and you can watch these inside of the back office. Craig's awesome enough to be scheduling those out and keeping those going. But like I said, my dad does these pretty consistently. I think when we built out this community, I had to add like 400 videos into the back office of it. That's a lot of videos, and I made a majority of them searchable. Like we're still working on that, where you can just search for something and find something. But we also have a lot of brand new stuff coming out, and I feel like the brand new stuff is even better than some of the older stuff, right? So hopping in now, I think, is incredibly important, and it's free to join, but it's incredibly important because you can start that process now for free, right? So you log into the back office, you can see the wisdom, sit with it, carry it with one action moving forward. This is all based around my father, Robert Hollis, and his training. There's some information about him on this page here. On about, you can go to teachings, and you're going to see even more free stuff here for anybody. But I recommend what you do more than anything is just click community, or on the homepage here, click Unlimited Wisdom memberships are now open. When you click that, you're going to see 4 different options here. There's free. So as a free member, and I got this graphic here, you get daily wisdom plus community. So you're part of the community, you're part of the interactions and everything like that. You can join what we call circles, which are basically, think of like a Facebook group or a school group, but inside of Unlimited Wisdom. So you can actually make your own circle or community inside of Unlimited Wisdom to help you guys grow around something specific. So like Coach Bob on here has one around AI, and he helps people with AI and stuff inside of the community. And that's just the beginning. Like we have people like Lisa Marie that share stuff about animals and animal sanctuaries and pets and stuff like that. And that I feel like as time goes on, these communities are going to really, really grow. These circles are really, really going to grow, but they're all part of that same reflection process, right? And growing and building together. So you get the ability to join the community and join any circles. Then you get all the regular replays. So these are all the daily wisdoms, things like Master's Minds, which are on Sundays, based around faith, because the community is based around that. So we have those, and all of that you get for free. So you log in and you immediately have the ability to be part of the family, a part of the community, engage with people, watch the videos. And then the next step past that is live access. So live access is $9.97 a month or $97 a year. And you join Robert live for teachings, questions, prayer, and real-time encouragement. So it's everything in free, but you're also going to get access to the daily wisdoms live, right? So it says wisdom hours here, but that's really daily wisdom. And that gives you the ability to hop on and be live with us. And then also these Q&As we're going to start to add, and that's another element of the live feature. And then one thing that we're going to add in here too is membership pages, right? That's not in here yet. But Bob, believe it or not, I've already built out the entire membership page stuff. It's already done and ready to go. Just click on yourself in the back office. It's already there. So you can join for live access, and that gives you the ability to hop on all of these calls with the entire community, hang out. You know, we have these recesses every single Monday at 9 a.m., and I want to extend those to more days because we all have so much fun being on them as a community. And these are calls that you can just get on Zoom and just hang out and talk about life, talk about, sometimes we'll talk about like what just happened, like when the World Cup was going on, or the Oscars, or whatever it may be, right? Some of us really like movies like me. So I'm like, every time I get in there, I'm like, the Odyssey. But anyway. Yeah. Or, you know, like life, right? Like, we've talked about a decent amount of even fun taboo topics in there that I feel like you wouldn't experience in a normal faith-based community or a normal community like this. We're very laid back, like, and very welcoming and accepting of everybody. As long as you're showing up and wanting to make a positive impact or wanting to have a positive impact on people and on yourself, that's all we ask, right? This isn't a place, and this goes to the circles and stuff too, this isn't a place to be angry or upset. The goal is to build Unlimited Wisdom as a social media network where you can escape the algorithm that's making you angry, upset, frustrated at the way the world is, because there's this age-old saying, you know, go outside and touch grass if you get upset. If you go outside and you start walking around, start interacting with people, you start to realize that the internet is a toxic bubble, especially social media. And it makes it very easy for you to get in this cycle of negativity. And so the goal of Unlimited Wisdom is to, in a lot of ways, make an attempt to replace that cycle of negativity with a cycle of positivity. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So past that, there's deeper and more experienced stuff, right? So you can go deeper inside of the inner circle, and this is $49 a month or $490 a year. And that is more of a small group setting. So you'll get everything in live access, private inner circle stuff, and priority sessions. There's a few other perks and stuff that we continue to add. I feel like Unlimited Wisdom, and especially the inner circle, will really never not have brand new stuff coming out. Like we have merch drops that we're going to be doing specifically for the inner circle members first. And it's basically like priority access to Unlimited Wisdom, Robert Hollis, and what we're teaching here and what we're providing here. So it's also a couple extra calls a week, right, that are live that you can get on that are only for inner circle members, including the inner circle call on Thursdays at, what is that at? 12 p.m. Pacific time? Correct. Okay. So yeah, and those calls too really help you dive in a more intimate setting. Think of it like, you know, if you've ever been part of a community and you're in that community, like say it's a church, say it's whatever, and you go in and there's 100 people, 200, 300 people there. But then there's these meetings that happen. And the meetings are more niched and about specific things and about helping people through their problems, right? Now, this doesn't, all 1,000 people don't show up to this. This could be 20, 30, 50 people, right? And so that's kind of the goal of Inner Circle, is to build it out as kind of a a helpful community for people that really feel like they want to take that next step and also get more access to Robert Hollis and more access to unlimited wisdom and what we're doing here. And all of this supports us too, by the way, in our mission. Our mission is not only to grow unlimited wisdom as a community and as a family, but also to give back, to donate a large amount of the money to charities, animal shelters, foster care places. There's so many different people out there to help, and we want to seek these things out. And eventually, as the community starts growing, because we're just launching it, we already have a page in place to show where all of this money is going. All of the subscriptions are going, because we also take donations. So all of those donations, where they go, what charities, and the goal very soon, probably before the end of this year, is to have some form of ability for us to get on a plane, go somewhere, and donate the money ourselves, right? Like to watch my mom go to an animal sanctuary, actually be able to give them a big check from Unlimited Wisdom in the community, and just really show the impact that we're making here, right? Because our goal is to impact the world in a positive way, right? And I see a lot of things that are happening right now going in the opposite direction. We want to be like a light in that, right? In the darkness. And that's really what Unlimited Wisdom is about. So that's Inner Circle. And then we have one more thing, and this should, watch this. If I refresh, it already updated. Boom. Because I had my AIs fix it. So we're doing one thing for the launch of this program called the Wisdom Council. Now, the Wisdom Council is $497 one time, no recurring membership fee ever. So you're an Inner Circle member forever. So that's the price of the yearly. It's like $7 more than the price of the yearly. And you get to stay in the community forever. You never have to pay the monthly ever again, right? So we did this as the ability to support the starting of the community, to get some funds in so we could really, the amount of compute and time and energy that I put into building this platform, that Craig's put into it, that my dad's put into it, that all of us have. We really feel like the Wisdom Council will be something that we may do on and off on occasion, allow more people into. But the reality is we already knew some of the people that would hop into this right away. And we're very grateful to have you guys, because we basically started with 10 seats, and that was before we even did this launch call, and we're already at 6, right? So we've already had 4 people take us up on that. So you get permanent Inner Circle access, no recurring membership fee, and then you get a Wisdom badge. So with that all said, because I don't want to take too much of your guys' Saturday, let's get into the actual back office and the dashboard of Unlimited Wisdom. So this is Unlimited Wisdom. You can, the moment you log in, you'll be able to scroll down and see the entire community communicating, right? And you can like people's stuff. You can scroll over. I actually added these now, so you can like scroll over and see what these are. So it says Wisdom Council, Inner Circle members, different kinds of stuff. So that's what that looks like. Thanks, Coach Bob, for being part of the Wisdom Circle. I got these gifts working, by the way. So yeah, it works a lot like a lot of the social media networks you guys have been on, right? You can comment, you can share, you can do all different kinds of things. I added sharing, Bob. There you go. That's there. And you can add gifts, you can add all different kinds of stuff and communicate with the community. You can even sign people now. It's kind of crazy how far we've grown over the last week and a half. It's like, well, I missed this feature from school, or this feature from Facebook groups, or this feature. And we just have all of them, really, and then some. So as part of the community, you earn what we call wisdom points. And this is just by engaging with the community. There's achievements, there's all different kinds of stuff. You can click on this to see, what exactly you get points for. You can see the achievements you've unlocked and the levels that you've hit. And these are tracked through the entire community. So if I click here on the side and click View Full Leaderboard, you're going to see all these incredible people that are already part of the community. Melody's just rocking it, right? You got Coach Bob. And all these people have streaks, right? So Melody's logged in for 14 days straight, and I can click on her and go to her profile, see what community or circles she's part of. This might look familiar, Bob. Yeah, right? And so you can put all different kinds of stuff here. You can message each other on our platform. Like everything that you think you could do on another platform, you can do on Unlimited Wisdom. And this is just the power of being able to leverage AI agents to build out an ecosystem like this that rivals, school, I think, in the span of a month. You know what I mean? And And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. So you can always check your levels. You can check your streaks here. You can do all different kinds of stuff. But I mean, you could join this. All of this is available for free. Everything you see right now, you can do for free. You can come in here. You can start commenting with people, all different kinds of stuff like that. So super cool. And then right here, we're on this right now. But any of the lives, you can click on that. And you can click join the Zoom, or add it to your calendar. You can just add it straight to any calendar you have. When this is over, there will be a replay link here, and you just click on it, opens a pop-up right there with the video. Once you've watched it, it calculates that you watched it. You get points for watching the videos, right? So super cool. You can also click on your notifications, how this works. It goes through every single thing there. You got all these different other pages and stuff here, but what we're going to go on to next is circles. So as a free member, you can join any circle. And like I was talking about, think of these as like Facebook groups. Think of these like school groups, those different kinds of things. They're niche down versions of groups inside of the community. So you can create your own circle. And to create your own circle, you have to be a paying member, but you do not have to be a paying member to join any circle, right? So you can search through them all, or you can sort them by most members, newest, recommended. You can discover new ones, or you can look at your own. And we're going to just continue to add more categories here. It's funny, a lot of them fall under purpose. I'm going to add more in here, by the way, so you guys can kind of get those into a space that makes it a little more easy and understanding. So we have some communities that our members have already made. Like I was saying, Lisa Marie has this community. Martin Green has this one. Dustin Grant has Vibe of the Day. Deborah Grady has Serving Humanity Together, and Robob AI and Marketing Tips is from Coach Bob too, so that's super awesome. And then I saw Coach Bob made a community just around the Beatles, so I got to join that, of course. So you just click join. Now I'm part of the community, and from there I can open it up and communicate and talk with anybody. But the cool thing is, and the way that the communities work is very much like this homepage, except niche down. But the cool thing that I've added over the last day is every single post from your communities and from everyone show up in your main feed. So who misses this on Facebook? Do you remember when your news feed used to be just the things you followed and the people you followed, not like 80% political stuff you didn't decide to look at, maybe some videos or something that disturb you for no reason? Advertising, which we're never taking sponsored advertising on Unlimited Wisdom. So you don't have to worry about that. We're a community developed by people for people. So one of the cool things about being part of a circle now, and some of you guys that are already part of the community didn't know this, but once you join, you could just go to the community and any new post from that circle will show up here. So I'm part of Martin's community. I'm part of Dustin's. So the Vibe of the Day is right here. And I could comment and go in and talk right here, and that all goes over into Dustin's community. But if you're not part of his community, you won't see this in your main feed. You only see it if you're part of one of those groups. So super cool. We're going to continue to expand what circles are capable of doing. I would love for you to be able to have your own classrooms with your own training, your own stuff, because I believe, one of the elements that I initially came up with for Unlimited Wisdom is, imagine if you had a church or an AA or something like that, or say it's like men battling with depression. There's going to be a group leader for that wants to set up scheduled Zooms, that wants to set up classrooms to help you through it, that wants to maintain that community. And we're going to give all of those options to you over here in this community to grow. So instead of having like a platform like school, or even more insane, trying to make that group on Facebook where it's like a million things are going on, we want this community to consistently be about growth, and love and purpose. So after circles, you've got today. Today is like the most easy thing to understand ever. This is going to be the latest daily wisdom video that came out. If you're subscribed to Inner Circle, you're going to see the latest Inner Circle training here. And then the next live event, which is happening right now, you're on it, or you're watching it, maybe you're watching the replay. And if you are, you'd be clicking right here, right? But this just gives you one spot to find everything today that you can consume that you haven't yet, right? So super easy. And then the next thing is learn. Learn is going to be all of the stuff together. And I'm going to make this a little bit more clear but it's going to have the last thing that you are watching here as your continued learning. Down here, you're going to see the recent teachings. So this is going to be all of the latest stuff that's come out. And then under that, I'm going to make graphics for these individually. You're going to see all of the training that we've added from the last few years on top of all the replays. So, this is an Ask Us Anything. How many are there in here? There's 180 Ask Us Anythings in here, right? So I can just keep scrolling through. May, April, March. I can click on any of them. It opens them up. You can see what happened. You can write a comment about it. Every single live that we've done is on here. Isn't that crazy? So thank you. And then you can search titles and topics for every one of them individually. So you can try your best to find, and AI utilizes transcription to look through and go, did Robert talk about this ever on these 5 trainings he did? Right? Super cool. Something that could have never existed without artificial intelligence. And one of the fun things about this platform that I feel like other platforms still don't even have, right? So you can go through more and more stuff here. There's going to be soon live rooms, right? Our goal is to kind of somewhat get away from Zoom and build our kind of own live platform. Get rid of like 80% of the bloat that Zoom has and just have a platform that's just helpful and easy to utilize for the Unlimited Wisdom family, right? And so that is still a work in progress. I believe that we'll have it out before the end of August. That we'll already be starting to do live streams, do live rooms and stuff. And another thing that I think will happen before the end of August is the app. So that I know is going to get a lot of people excited, because imagine joining the live room and you just get a notification on your phone. Unlimited Wisdom's going live. You click yes, join the live room. You're already part of it, of everything. All of your encouragement points, everything like that are happening in the live chats. Or if you hop on the meeting like you are on here and you want to talk and be part of it with your camera, that's also an option, right? And it's pretty cool, because like there's some features that Zoom just does not have that I now can build into this. Like fun stuff that Twitch has, fun stuff that YouTube has, these live streaming elements that make live streaming more fun. Zoom does not have them, right? And so now we get to utilize them, like pulling up a question right on the thing from someone, having it on the screen, being able to record individual stuff. So like, one of the issues with Zoom is Craig actually has to control the camera for the recordings for Zoom. That will no longer be necessary. Everything will come out individually. So you'll have one group, one individual Robert, and you'll be able to edit those all together and put them together the way that you want. I'm building out a workflow actually that does it automatically. But that's learn. And so this is really like, if you join the community right now, there's a lot of stuff in here for you to go through outside of just the community. Then we have calendar. The calendar is where you're going to find all of the live events that are scheduled out. And soon you'll see, I'm going to get with Craig after this and we'll schedule out the whole entire rest of the month of August in here. But you can click on any of these and just join the Zoom if it's live, or add it to your calendar. Master's Mind, you can save your place. When you click Save My Place, that sends you a notification or reminder. Like I said, when we're doing the live streams and doing them through the app, the phone app, that will automatically send you a notification when that happens. And the add to calendar will be super fun to just be like, add to your Google Calendar or add to your Apple Calendar. So then you got that reminder so you don't miss it, right? On top of the notification. So you can go, as far out as you want with this, but you can also, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this is the amount of content that we're doing. It's every day, basically, especially if you're in the inner circle. It's every day. So super cool. Every single page too, by the way, guys, has this little question button. If you click on it, it tells you a little bit about that, whatever that is. And those are everywhere, right? But you can also click on agenda over here. Some people don't know this. You can click on agenda and you don't even have to look at the calendar. You can just scroll down, right? So you don't have to click. And all of them are colorized differently, so you know exactly what they're about. Breakthrough's gotta be taken away now because it no longer exists. But and Wisdom Hour. So we've done a lot of changes and we're still working on that stuff. But man, the amount of progress that this has made in just the span of a few weeks has been incredible. I mean, it didn't even exist. Yeah, it didn't even exist, right? So I'll touch on one last thing here, and that's the thoughts or prayers. I've completely redesigned this page. I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but I've given it a little more flair, a little more energy, and made it a lot nicer. So what this allows you to do is share a thought or a prayer. You can say, I have a reflection, update, or something you're carrying, or a prayer request, or you can make it just for the Unlimited Wisdom support team. So maybe you just want Robert and us to see it, but you don't want the community to see it. And we added that, but we're also going to add this for specific circles. So you'll be able to say private support, only my circle. So you don't have to have the whole community see it. Only your circle sees what you're requesting support for or prayers for. So if I click prayer request, I can write anything here up to 2,000 characters. Obviously, if you're in immediate danger, you should contact support, like contact 911. But, I could say anything here I want. And we'll just say, need of some sleep. There we go. That works. Right? And so I can say community without my name, community with my name, or support team only. I'm going to say community with my name. Your privacy is your choice. So you don't have to, you can do it basically without your name. You can put prayers out anonymously and ask for help. People do not need, even the admins can't see this, by the way. Unless if you click support team only. But if you click community without, people cannot see you. So that gives us the ability to support you through something that's maybe hard that you don't want to have your face on, right? Like you're going through some struggle. Like some people, like I said, I've had family members that have dealt with alcohol abuse, right? That up until you're like out and have worked on it is hard to admit to somebody. Here's a place where you could be like, I'm seeking help. It's been 5 days. I haven't touched a drink. You know what I mean? And it's the weekend and I'm really thinking about it again. I just really need support. And then boom. So you can click continue, review and share. I need some sleep, sharing now. And you're going to see it appear there any second. But you can click on any of these and click, I prayed for this. So if I click that, not only do you get points for that, but you also will see that it's how many people have prayed for different things or supported different things. And this is going to grow like crazy, I believe. I've never seen anything like this. And this is something you can do as a free member too. There's already 55 prayers carried. I think when the year end is over and we have thousands, tens of thousands of members in here, I think that this number is going to blow people's minds. Like when they log in and they see over 1 million prayers or thoughts, if you don't believe in prayer, that all of that stuff, I just really think that it's going to be something no one's ever seen before, right? You can do it with your name anonymously or privately. And this wall, I think, will grow and grow and grow and bring people a lot of care and comfort and joy in the community. And it was just something like I just came off with a one-off, and I feel like I've never seen anything like it. And then there's your own stuff. You can break down all of the notifications you're getting, reset your password. You can click what matters to you right now. You can add all of your bio here, and this will all show up in your community page, like your website, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, all of it, really, right? So if I go back here to the dashboard and I click on, say, Craig Jackman, you're going to see Craig Jackman already got his website, his Facebook, everything in there, super smooth. Very nice shot, Craig. You can see how many wisdom points Craig has, the last achievements he's earned or which ones. If you want to look him up on the website, he's got his website there. You can go straight to the groups that he's in, but it's super, super fun and super cool. And we're just going to continue to expand that. Yeah. Thank you. So I'll go back to the community page here, and that's Unlimited Wisdom as far as right now goes. We would love to have you guys be part of the community. It's free to join, and get in where you fit in, really. But I think that just joining as a free member, it's such an easy in. Like get in here and hang out with us, right? Yeah, absolutely. Start collecting points, And one of the fun things is as things have grown, I tend to think of myself as a creative person. And some of the stuff that I'm coming up with, even as far as ideas go, it's crazy what we're going to do with the platform. Like I can create full games that are interactive, questionnaires that are all different kinds of stuff inside the community to help support and grow it. Like I want to make a game based off of personal development and growth that has a leaderboard, right? That people actually are competing against each other in I'm actually doing the stuff that's helping me become better, right? And holding each other accountable. So thanks guys, that was the whole thing.